One of the things I'm most proud of since I started working full-time 2 years ago is arriving at a place where I can confidently say that my work is only one part of a much fuller life. I'm grateful that I've arrived at this balance point after so many days spent when I first started feeling overwhelmingly stressed, clearing emails on weekends, and leaving the office only after dark. In today's video, I thought I'd offer a glimpse into my life beyond the corporate grind, and along the way, I'll share a few tips that have helped me get to this new, comfortable equilibrium. There is an opportunity cost to every commitment you make, and part of being a constantly evolving human with diverse interests and passions is always doing the work of figuring out what matters to you most at any one point in time. It's taken a bit of time for me to fall into a cadence that works for my weekends. I used to spend my Friday nights out late, but then I'd wake up at noon and miss Saturday mornings at the farm. I realized after a while that I didn't want to waste a quarter of my weekend feeling lethargic, and I preferred being outside in nature and away from my devices. That's why, although I still struggle with consistency, I made it a point this year to go to the farm more. As the saying goes, you can have it all, just not all at the same time. There are plenty of things I've eased up on doing because there simply isn't enough time or energy. I'm dancing far less, I barely make videos, and I don't study languages anymore. But I'm okay with this because I've identified what matters the most to me at this point in my life. I used to keep my weekday evenings deliberately free to cater to any last-minute work that cropped up. But I promptly discovered that this was a straight train to Burnout Central, and maybe just as significantly, I realized that people at work don't care or remember how late you stay up working, as long as the work gets done. The only people who remember are your family or those you have to keep postponing plans with. Now, I make plans after work and on weekends in advance, and where possible, I commit to showing up for my social circle and my hobbies. The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. And I plan on prioritizing all the other facets of my life, and not just my work. When I was in college in the US, I used to have a bucket list for the things I wanted to experience before I graduated. Upon coming home to Singapore, I told myself that there was nothing I wanted to see or do that I hadn't already experienced growing up here for 20 over years. This was part laziness and part failure of imagination. Now, I try to tangibly create at least 2 new memories or experiences that are out of the norm of my routine every single month. This has been relatively easy to do because there's always a new exhibit, event, or restaurant to try or see in Singapore, as long as I spend a bit of time looking for them. In the same way I remember my college life more vividly than my first year of work, I look back at my past year and I can clearly identify so many discrete memories that I've made, often with my loved ones. This, to me, is part and parcel of living my life with zest, with an eagerness and enthusiasm to seek new adventures and always be asking, what more of life there is to live. So part of the process of having a fulfilling life, even with a 9 to 5, is to not dread your 9 to 5. If you find this impossible to do, you probably aren't in the right workplace to begin with. For me, I enjoy going into the office because I have friends there and people I like talking to. I enjoy the flurry of meetings and the dynamism of my work. My days in office pass faster than my days working from home. It isn't my dream job, but I am far from unhappy. Not counting down my hours to the end of my workday means that my days pass faster. So what are the things that you enjoy the most about your work? The one thing that I've learned while dealing with multiple cycles of burnout last year is that your internal environment needs to be sorted for your external one to follow suit. Part of living a fulfilling life for me is knowing that I'm taking care of my mental, physical, and financial health first, and doing the unsexy work of setting up financial systems, exercising, meditating, and so on. Things that are easy to leave on the back burner when life is crazy busy. I know what it's like to end every workday feeling completely drained and unable to do much else but lie in bed and scroll mindlessly. So if you only have one day or even 1 hour a week for yourself, use it to get your life and admin stuff sorted, and trust me, you will feel better for it. Once the foundation is set, and it will be set, even though it might take some time, then you can slowly start to build more things and hobbies and social events on top of it. I remember the days when I first started this job, wondering if I would ever get here and if I would ever build a life outside of my work. And I'm happy to say that I have. So I hope this video was helpful. With that, I'm signing off and will catch you in my next video, coming real soon.